Hello, welcome to the Red Napkin. I'm Brian DiCiano. Today I'm making for you the Blood and Sand cocktail. But it's not the Blood and Sand cocktail. Or is it? What I'm going to do today is use the Blood and Sand cocktail to make a variation of the Blood and Sand. The Sangre y Arena. It means blood and sand in Spanish. Little history first about the Blood and Sand cocktail. In 1922, a movie came out. Director Rudolph Valentino. The name was Blood and Sand, and it was about bullfighting. And I'm not exactly sure if this drink was kind of created to honor the movie or whatever, or if the drink was created and they said, hey, this drink, the color looks kind of like a mixture of blood and sand, and so they called it that or something. But I don't know. I don't know exactly the link between the drink and the movie. I just know that they're somewhat linked. Um, so the original Blood and Sand was equal parts, 4 ingredients: scotch, sweet vermouth, cherry herring, and orange juice. And today I'm going to be switching out a couple ingredients and kind of upgrading slightly. What I'm going to do is, instead of using the smokiness of a Scotch whiskey, I'm going to use the smokiness of a reposado mescal. This one, Mina Real mescal reposado. It's a really decent mescal. I've noticed that a lot of mezcals are really expensive. Like those single village mezcals that are like, $70, $80 a bottle. This one was only $30 for me in my area, and it is a reposado. Most other mezcals are not aged at all, although this is definitely a market that's becoming more popular here in the States, as of recent, or in the last year or so. And then, instead of the cherry herring, I'm going to be using this Leopold's Michigan Tart Cherry liqueur. Very, very, very good quality. Very good quality. It's really different than the cherry herring. Cherry herring is very kind of has like a rustic, very sweet, very rich, pretty intense flavor, not necessarily specific of cherry, but this very much tastes like cherry with a definite kind of almondy, nutty quality. I think it's probably coming through from the pits or whatever, and it's definitely got sweetness because it's a liqueur and everything, but it has a really nice tart cherry flavor. It has that tartness, that little tinge of sourness that you get when you eat fresh cherries. And this is made with fresh cherries. It says on the bottle it's going to be good for 30 days. And refrigerate it definitely. So natural products do have shorter shelf lives, but they are usually much better in your cocktails. So let's see how this goes. So we got some. Oh, and another thing, I'm going to be substituting, instead of fresh orange juice, this is fresh blood orange juice. So I'm kind of taking it that angle as well. And I think I'm going to add a dash of orange bitters. There's 3 different there's a lot of different orange bitters that you can add, but what I'm going to add today is the Bitter Truth orange bitters. I really like the balance. Some orange bitters, like the Angostura orange bitters, are very, very orangey and very bitter, and like really, really orangey. And the Fee's orange bitters, I actually haven't tried those yet, but I know that because of what I've tasted in other Fee's bitters, it's probably just very much just orange and not a lot of spice or any kind of complexity there. And then on the Regan's Orange Bitters, you get a lot of cardamom spice and a lot of bitterness as well, but not too much like orange bright zestiness. And with the Bitter Truth Orange Bitters, I like that really balance of that spice with the orange. It really kind of, nothing really takes over too much. It's really just a balanced, really good quality bitters. So I'll get going here. Started with this mescal, Mina Real, mescal reposado. This drink is kind of, a sweeter, slightly richer kind of cocktail, so don't make it large. Make it kind of a short, straight up style of drink. And maybe kind of like an after dinner kind of drink, maybe. Kind of gets you away from the standard kind of, mocha-tini or espresso martini or chocolate-tini or whatever. Get you away from that kind of thing, do something a little different with a drink that can still kind of give you the same richness and flavor, but isn't, a chocolate-tini. So, the other great thing about this liqueur is the color. It's got a really, really nice color to it. And then we got some Carpano Antica vermouth. This is very, very, very good vermouth. One of the finest vermouths in the world, in my opinion. It's got a really kind of bittersweet, very intense, slightly rustic kind of flavor, and it's just amazing in so many different drinks. So I don't know if I mentioned I'm using 3/4 of an ounce of each of these 4 products, and to kind of keep it a little bit smaller. I don't really like big drinks. I like good quality, really like perfect balanced flavors, everything harmonizing, but just smaller, because then I can have more. I can have more variety. You can drink one of these types of drinks and one of those drinks and one of those drinks, and you've only, you haven't had like a freaking gallon of alcohol. You'd be freaking dead by that point. So gives you a little more variety to experiment with different recipes and different drinks without getting drunk all the time. Which is not what cocktails are about. It's not about getting drunk. It's about experiencing some fine beverages. So, got this blood orange juice here. And then add a little bit of orange bitters. And that'll be it for this. I'll just give this a good shake, and then a nice little fine strain into a little, using kind of like a champagne coupe kind of glass that really kind of showcases this drink off really nicely. It's going to get, from the shaking, it's going to get a nice little foam on top. So here we go. And because I'm using these ingredients that are darker, like the blood orange juice instead of regular orange juice like Navel or Valencia type of orange juice, it's going to have a darker, more red hue. Not exactly the same kind of blood and sand combo, but it'll still look pretty awesome. As a matter of fact, it's probably going to look a lot better than a regular blood and sand would, because the regular blood and sand just kind of has an odd brownish, coppery kind of, I mean, it's not really an appealing color. This one will look a little better though. Got my nice little coupe here. Strain it out. And I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the phone ringing. Ah, okay. Crazy that that's the first time that it's ever happened while filming a video. So here, Sangre y Arena, the Mexican version, my version of the Blood and Sand cocktail. Enjoy it.